Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Nerders. My name is Rich.
I'm Nick.
Today is another one of our new segments. If you're interested in movies, you can go back to our last video, which posted about a minute before this one, for our movie news segment. But today...
It's the older twin.
Yeah, it's just barely older.
This one's the evil twin.
This is, yeah.
Try and kill it one day.
So this is our video game news, and Nick has come up with the video game news today. So what do you got for us?
We got two stories.
What's going on? Two?
Two stories.
Only two?
Only two, but one's a real big
That's okay, I can only...
That encompasses a lot of it.
Yeah. I know what that
So
one
let's get the other one out of the way. There's a series of games that I don't think either of us play.
Okay.
And we found out maybe what the next one's called. Call of Duty games.
Ah, yeah.
So Call of Duty games come out every year. I used to like them. Haven't played one in a real long time.
Nope.
But the last one was, what, Black Ops 3?
Black Ops 3 was the last one that came out.
So now we know that Call of Duty, the next one, is probably going to be called, tomorrow when you're watching this, because they're officially announcing it on Tuesday, May 3rd or whatever. But it's probably called Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Okay.
Rumor is that it takes place way in the future in space and stuff.
It could be really cool.
I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, I'm more interested in this than I have been probably in any of them in a long time. Black Ops is the last one that I played, and that was really the only one that I've ever actually purchased on my own to check out.
Yeah, just like the thought of it being like real future tech, real out there, that makes me interested. But for some reason I feel like if the Battlefield, the next one, is actually a World War I game and it comes out around the same time, I might be more interested in that.
Okay.
We'll see. But so it might be called Infinite Warfare. The other rumor that was then confirmed today.
Was it confirmed?
It was confirmed today. I saw this.
Okay.
On IGN.
Was this the one that was confirmed by the tweet emoji?
No, I don't know about the poop thing.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. There's going to be a remaster of Modern Warfare on the game, too.
Cool. That's fine.
So Modern Warfare was good. That was what really got me into the series. I don't know if that would make me any more likely to buy the game, but it's cool if it's in there. Anyway, there was bigger news this week.
Yeah, we got to talk about this. This is
So Nintendo had a what was it? A press conference with their shareholders.
Yeah.
Phone conference.
Some kind of conference. Some kind of investors meeting.
Investors thing, and they let out a lot of details. First of which being what is still just codename NX, the new system from Nintendo, whatever it still could be, we don't know, will come out in March of 2017 globally.
Cool. I'm okay with this. This part of the news.
Yeah, that it's not this year. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I can save my money. I can spend it on my PSVR and not have to worry about the NX for a little longer.
Yeah, absolutely. So they didn't reveal any details of what it will be. They didn't reveal. But they did make a comment that they're not releasing it this year because they want to get the full slate of launch title games basically ready to go.
Yeah.
And one of those launch title games will be The Legend of Zelda Wii U, which will not be called that anymore.
You still don't know what it's called yet.
We don't know what it's called, but it'd be really weird if they called it that and put it on the new system.
Yeah.
So Zelda for Wii U, the new game that we've been waiting for years, which was pushed from last year to this year, has now been pushed to 2017. I feel like I've said that would happen before on here.
Maybe I've been defending it for this year for a long time.
Essentially, with very, 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 very few exceptions, there essentially is like almost no Wii U games left.
There's stuff coming out in the summer. A couple things I'm excited for. Some of the niche things like the Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei game. After that, I have no idea. I don't think there's anything announced coming for the Wii U.
And I don't think that there will be, especially because they also said the only playable game that they will have at E3 is Zelda, but the Wii U version.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be other games that they're bringing to Wii U.
There's a lot here to unpack about this.
Sure. Let's get into it.
Cool. So we at least know that this E3, we're finally going to get the Zelda information we've been waiting for.
Yep.
But we're going to get to see it. We're going to get to finally know what it's called. We're going to get to really see it in action.
You might get to see what it's called.
I imagine they're going to probably have to title it.
Maybe. You would think so, but Don't hold it past them. We won't know how it plays or looks on the new system.
Nope.
So that'll be question marks, because I'll tell you this. If I'm going to get the new system, which is a probability.
Yeah, I was going to say, I assume you probably will.
I will get it for that. I will not get it for Wii U. I wonder when the next time I'm going to turn on my Wii U is.
I don't know. I got a couple things that I do want to play on the Wii U. Some stuff in my backlog.
Well, we never brought this up.
Okay.
One thing you don't have to play on your Wii U yet, it's been out for a couple weeks now when people are watching this, is Star Fox Wii U.
Yeah.
A game that I didn't get either. But I thought for sure you would get it, because you get almost everything.
Yeah, I do.
But you didn't get that.
I didn't.
And this is kind of why my excitement level for this announcement of this system being real, of the system now having a release date of less than a year away. My excitement level isn't what it would have been before for a new Nintendo thing, and it kind of points to you not getting Star Fox. Because I feel like Nintendo has given me reason for maybe the first time in my life to not be as excited about a new Nintendo product with the past year or so of their games.
That's fair.
They have struggled and been mediocre in a way that I can't remember them being. They've had some highlights, sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would point to like Super Mario Maker as being a very innovative game.
Yeah.
But for the most part, for me, Splatoon wasn't for me. It just wasn't, I know a lot of people like that. It's just, it wasn't for me. But there's just some of the Nintendo magic just has not been there. And is that going to transition to a new system? And now that the Wii U's life is basically done, I had some fun experiences, but overall, I think it was a letdown. I think it was a letdown to me.
Okay.
There's some great experiences, but the fact that I own it and now it's done, and part of that was also confirmed in the investors thing, right? Like they said, they're basically probably within the next year and a half going to stop.
Well, there was I don't think it was confirmed. There was a rumor, I think, out that 2018 the production was going to stop.
Like early 2018.
I don't know why they wouldn't just stop production this year if you're coming out with the end, because I'm sure they have more than enough to go around.
Because you have a huge game like Zelda coming out for it.
That's true.
And it will be cheaper than the new system.
I agree with you that this is definitely a point that I'm kind of bummed. I was excited about Star Fox. I still may end up getting it when there's a price drop or something. But kind of based on the reviews, based on...
They don't really do price drops, though.
The time that I could see them trying to get rid of stuff.
Maybe.
Based on the time that I currently have, and games coming up, money to spend, it just wasn't something that fit for me.
Mm-hmm. And
I agree with you that we have a really barren Nintendo release upcoming.
Yeah.
And this is, like you said...
It's been barren.
Yeah, it's been barren, it's getting worse and worse, but they've already... Rumored, I don't know if it was confirmed or not, that they've moved a lot of their Wii U titles to NX, because clearly this was not working out.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I would rather them take this... And I've been thinking about this a lot, because they announced it last week? Isn't this... Or this week? I don't remember.
It was just a couple days ago.
No, it was last... Because NBC talked about it.
About this new system?
I think
it was like 2 days ago.
Was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything's a blur. So I'm thinking of something else. But, because if you're going to take this time, so you have 6 months, say June did their, 6, 7, 8 months, until the NX launch, starting this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Like after the last kind of quote-unquote big release, which Tokyo Mirage Sessions isn't even a big release. I would rather them take that time to go dark.
Yeah.
Let's just say after E3. They to go dark and they say, okay, here's Zelda, here's what we're doing. And then whenever they decide to announce their NX stuff, they come out swinging, they come out swinging hard. And that's what needs to happen.
It has to happen.
Because if they come out and they say, hey, we've got Zelda and Smash Brothers and Mario Maker, and those are your NX launch games, there's going to be big fucking problems.
That's not what it's going to be.
But, I know, so I have a feeling that this is going to be...
But can I go back to comment on something you said about Star Fox, too?
Sure.
Alright, so you said... And I agree with you that there's other things coming up and it's a busy release time and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. There's some huge games coming up, right? Where we're just like a week away from Uncharted.
Uncharted and Dune.
But flashback 5 years ago.
Okay.
Uncharted, Doom, any game could have came out. And for me, a new AAA Nintendo all-star title,
Yeah.
led by Miyamoto, would have held precedence of almost against anything. But we're in a point where it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Like, I can't believe that I didn't care that Star Fox came out. And then the reviews justified it.
Sure.
I had my worries about that game since E3, when they reviewed it a year ago. And it just kind of seems solidified by a lot of the comments I had. But I just want to, like, it's just so crazy that they're in that position. As soon as pre-orders become available, am I going to do it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all over this thing.
But
what pisses me off is Zelda's getting delayed again. I am okay if you really need that much more time to make this game good. Take all the time you need. But if this is a delay
it's a delay for the new system.
To make it for the new system, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. Because, you know...
I think if anything, they should have just not even released it on Wii U.
But see, well, they've already promised... I don't...
Who cares? What I've said before is,
I get that.
At this point, who are you offending? Yes, people will bitch and moan. But the only people who bought the Wii U, and look at the numbers compared to the other two systems, the only people that bought it are Nintendo fans anyway. And they can bitch, they can moan, but they're still going to make sure that they can get the new system.
Look at the stuff they've put out recently. I mean, those Nintendo fans are... Look at... I mean, we're both sitting here, those Nintendo fans who bought the Wii U...
No matter how upset we would be about that, we'd still get the new system if it was the only way to play the new Zelda. You would.
Yeah.
Are you going to get it for Wii U?
If they had released it this fall and released it again on the NX, I would have bought it twice.
That's not what they're doing, though.
I know. So I'm probably only going to buy it on the NX.
Yes.
But I would have bought... They would have had double my money.
Yeah. But then that hurts the launch.
Kind of. Because you're still going to have people who are... They only really want to play Zelda, and like, why would I spend $300 on a new system when I can just play it on the system that I've had and have been sitting collecting dust for a year?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if they had released it in holidays, and you got it, and you were playing through it, and then you're like, I'm going to get the new system, but now I don't have to get it in March. I can wait until I have money later on.
I guess, yeah.
And they need it to immediately, I think, be a success. Like, I think if the NX bombs in the way that the Wii U bombed, that's it for Nintendo. All of a sudden they're Sega and they're making games for other people. I really do. I don't think you can survive two bombs.
They can't turn this. I love Sega, but they can't turn into Sega.
But do you agree that that is a hypothetical situation?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical situation.
Like, how can they survive two major bombs in today's environment?
Sure.
I don't think you can. They sold the Mariners.
I didn't see that.
I didn't know they owned the Mariners.
I didn't either until the day or yesterday, and they're like, oh, by the way, we're selling them.
Interesting times.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is, I felt like we learned so much, and yet we learned nothing.
In typical Nintendo fashion, it gave us... We did... Are you going to bring up the mobile games?
Yeah, the mobile games. That was how I was going to finish out.
Okay.
The other part of that Nintendo press conference call was we learned about... First of all, Miitomo has apparently reached their first mobile game that's out now. We've talked about it. Go back and watch. Has hit 10 million unique subscribers.
Yeah.
It's a big number.
Good for them.
Yeah, I wonder how many of them actively play it.
I still check it every day.
I've checked it, never.
I checked it for the bonuses, and I stopped getting bonuses, so I don't know how much I'm going to check it anymore.
Boring game. But, not even a game.
Social.
You answer stupid questions. The next two games...
Hey Nick, what's your favorite color?
Go check my thing. I gotta answer that one. Anyway, they announced that they're going to be... Their next games are going to be a Fire Emblem game and an Animal Crossing game.
And they're both supposed to release this fall. That's exciting. I'm stoked about both of
cool.
those.
Why not?
I think they're both, pretty good candidates for mobile.
Yeah.
You seem less than thrilled.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be full-fledged versions of those games. I want to know what they're going to be. Are they going to be an Animal Crossing game where fucking Rabbit Man comes in and asks me what I had for dinner last night, and then I write pizza, and then he goes, okay, and then he leaves? I want to know what it is.
See, what would be really cool, and what they should have done with Happy Home Designer, is if...
Not released it ever?
if the NX launch has a full Animal Crossing game and they're compatible with the two.
Yeah. Well, that's what this should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's it. It should be some kind of cross-platform thing.
Yeah. Totally. And Fire Emblem, I've never played one, but
I played the newest one. I played Birthright from the newest section. I like it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen a couple Let's Plays. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. It seems like a game that could work well on mobile.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be exactly like that. Like, I want to know what it's going to be.
Sure.
It's going to be like Bubble Blast, but with Fire Emblem characters in the back going like, what are these? Let me know.
We'll find out.
When?
Maybe E3.
Not at E3.
Maybe. The only playable thing will be Zelda. That doesn't mean they won't announce
Okay. Yeah,
more
sure.
stuff.
So they might do a video.
We could say, oh, and here's our new mobile games, and here's this. And Zelda will be playable on the show floor. I have a feeling most of the direct, or whatever it's going to be, will focus
I really
on
hope so.
Zelda. But there's still opportunities to say, look at Miitomo here. I mean, they would be, I think, stupid to not talk about
By
it.
the time E3 rolls around, there'll be 6, 7, 8 months from the new system, basically. Yeah. It seems like a good time to start showing us some games. Maybe.
Because I don't think they said they weren't going to talk about
even
NX.
A name. It's not going to be called NX.
No.
If it is, that'd be fine. I like the name.
Oh. You should just call it Nintendo. The Nintendo.
They could.
Clean and simple.
Yeah. Did you get the Nintendo?
Let's come over and play Nintendo.
Hey, Tommy, did you get the Nintendo?
Maybe it'll be Wii 3.
Asking about it. Yeah.
Wii Cubed.
Maybe.
Wii with 3 eyes.
Yeah. It'll be me.
Yeah.
Me 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Me 3. I like that.
There we go. Why not?
It wouldn't be yeah, Wii 3.
Wii 3. Yeah.
Wii.
I think it should have a Wii Cubed.
Oh, or maybe it's like Wii, like O-U-I, like French.
Oh.
Wii.
There you go.
Yes.
That's possible.
But anyway, that was the video game news for the week.
Yep.
That was the big story. It's a story that's a story to talk about, but still, it's developing.
Yeah, and as if you haven't figured it out by 32 episodes of the show, we're gonna talk about Nintendo a lot more.
Yeah.
I'm sure in the coming weeks, and as there's more news that breaks, we'll discuss it then.
God, I hope it doesn't fail. I can't imagine a life without Nintendo.
Nope. I bet it doesn't. Telling you, they're pushing these games. NX launch. Here's Galaxy 3. Here's Zelda Wii U.
But alright, last topic. Alright, so they're in a point where they have to succeed, right?
Yeah.
Which is a point, they've never been in that exact point. So in being in that point, they might give us exactly what we've always wanted. Mm-hmm. They might go back to just straight games with the real controller and HD versions of all of our classics.
That's
everything we think we want.
Mm-hmm.
But part of what has always made Nintendo so great is that they weren't giving us what they want. They were giving us what we didn't know we wanted. When they were in their most creative place, they were taking risks. But you're not taking a risk if you're giving people what they know they want. So then there might not be something as fresh and original about it. It's kind of a two-way,
yeah.
Because
they don't want to go too far out there because they want that third-party support too.
Yes.
Because they don't want another. Well, how do I got to use the second screen? Why am I going to develop for this 2 screen?
They need
Why
that
am I
back so hard. But I still feel like I'd be in the exact same point where even if we're getting, third-party support games on NX that are also on PS4, that are on Xbox One, I still feel like at this point, those games I'd get for PS4.
Yeah, I agree.
But I hope they get it.
I mean,
I hope they have third-party support.
And part of the reason, I hope Nintendo has an achievement system. Those trophies, man, those are getting.
And a friend system that makes sense.
Yeah.
And is logical.
Not this.
And not difficult.
Not this 16-digit.
Because it even sucks in Miitomo.
Number.
It really does.
Yeah. Although they're letting you do mutual friends now, I saw. Because there's a couple people who popped up in my suggested friends, and I'm like, I don't know these people. They're like, we have 3 mutual friends.
Because it was probably realizing it was kind of lame.
I don't know.
Very cool. That's this week's video game news. What have we missed? You can tweet at me. Actually, tweet at Rich because you'll be doing a video game next week.
Yeah, you can tweet at me. I'm on Twitter at Rich Bellson.
But if you want to tweet at me too, I'm Ash Stunks.
The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official, and you can email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/overbeer, and we're on Instagram now as well at over_a_beer. And we have one more URL now, Nick. We got good news.
What is it?
We got a YouTube URL. We have a YouTube URL.
Mm.
YouTube.com/overabeer. We finally hit that point. A lot less begging, a lot more pimping. Coming right here from Over a Beer. So that'll wrap things up then for today. So until next time, drink up.
Butter me up.